Yeah, and I forgot to press record on the audio device there. So, Davis Studios 2.0, better, slightly better technology, or same technology, but better used. And, where is it? Fine art.
We have an art.
Like Zoidberg over here. One art, please.
It's still a work in progress, but
Yeah.
it's good enough for now.
And I have a remote for the camera now. It does all kinds of interesting things. Check that out.
And I have a mascot. This is Tiny.
This is Tiny. He's helping us out. But yeah, this is just an update. Hey, how's it going out there? Our fans, we miss you.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks, months.
It's been about a month since the last time I uploaded anything.
Yeah, but it's been a very busy month. June
Yeah.
is a busy month for us.
Yeah, we haven't been able to do anything fresh. I do have two retro backfill episodes out there that I
Ones that we recorded before we started video.
Yeah, that they were audio-only files. Those of you that have been following on Spotify, you're aware of this, or at least I hope you're aware of it. You know, the first two episodes, Fast Time and Slow Cars, and the Myths and Urban Legends, those two episodes, I went back and made slideshows for them, tried to make them as entertaining as possible, pretty fun, and so those are out there for your enjoyment, and possibly I don't know if there's anything educational to them. Probably not.
Probably not.
But at least it's there for your entertainment. So that's one thing we've been working on, is going back to those old episodes. Beth actually just started making one for episode 3, where I sat down with your mom about her work on paranormal investigations with the Tulare County
Paranormal
Society. The name is about that long.
Yeah.
But it delivers what it promises. They were in Tulare County, and they were a society of paranormal investigators.
Yeah.
It delivers what it promises.
Real ones.
Yes.
Not ones that you see on TV. Real ones.
No, not like Ghost Hunters, where somebody gets possessed in every episode.
Yeah, you never actually see anything. You just say, what was that? And pan around. And of course you don't see anything on the video. It's so easy to fake stuff like that. And yeah.
Those shows, reality TV shows, fake so much stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, so we just wanted today to kind of sit down, talk about what we've had going on, why we were gone for so long, and what we have,
What's planned for the future.
Yeah.
The not too distant future.
Yeah. So, like we said, June is a very busy month for us. It's our daughter's birthday, and she just got out of school the beginning of June, and Mark was renovating. First, he was renovating the studio, trying to get something we can use, but then he had to kind of put that on hold to get
shift gear. Well, they didn't put it on hold; just kind of shift gears and got it ready for the party.
Yeah, usually we have Lily's party at my mom's house because she's got a much bigger house.
Very nice house.
Yeah, but this year we were going to get a water slide for her, so we had to have it here because she's got like no backyard. So we had to use our backyard.
They're big house, small yard. I think their overall lot is about the size of ours. It's just that we have
it's a little bit smaller actually, but
maybe I'll have to look it up.
But yeah, so we have the bigger backyard, but it was a mess.
But it was a fun mess. It was
It
awesome.
was a fun mess. Yeah. So we had to, move a bunch of stuff around, do a lot of cleaning up.
It was an inflatable water slide by a local company called Fresno Fun Jump.
And they were very good.
They were early to drop it off. They set it up quick.
And they were late to pick it up, which gave us more time for free.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Like an extra hour. We got an extra
5
hours.
stars, man. 5 stars.
Yeah, we need to leave them a review.
Yeah. Definitely will be using their services again.
Yeah, and we actually got them from one of my friends who has used them in the past, and she's had good experiences with them. So, and Lily loved it.
Every time we've used their services, or someone we know has used their services, they're on the ball. So I wanted to shout them out.
And Lily, I was really scared because you never know with her. You can't ask her, do you want this? And she can say, yes, because of her autism and her being able to comprehend what we say. She's gotten a lot better, but we're still not quite there yet.
Yeah.
So
speech comprehension is still kind of a lost art.
Yeah.
On her.
So we're like, well, she loves slides. It's her favorite thing in the world. But will this be too high? Will it be too scary? Will the water put her off? Well, she's either going to absolutely love it and we won't be able to get her off of it, or she's going to not want to go near it at all.
Thankfully, it was the former and not the latter.
Yes, she loved it. Oh my God. She was just, the moment they set it up and said it was safe to use, she was out there. She was on, it was about an hour before her party got going. So she was, and we were really scared because for once in probably my lifetime, probably longer, we actually had a spring here in Fresno. Usually we have winter and then it goes straight to summer.
Yes.
And
this year, by the grace of Odin and all the other weather gods and all weather gods of all regions, we actually had a spring. It was like mild weather for weeks, months.
Yeah.
Normally this time of year, it's like 110 in the shade.
Yeah. And we were...
Life in the valley. Yeah.
And we were expecting, weather like that, to be really hot. People are going to have to come in, cool off, and it's just going to be super hot. It was 89 that day.
Yeah. Well, that's another reason we usually have it at your mom's is just
yeah, it's too hot for anybody to be outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it turned out to be high 80s that day. And at first I was like, oh crap. Because it was overcast when we first
I thought it'd be too cold for a water slide.
We thought it'd be too cold for a water slide. But
although I don't think that's going to stop a bunch of kids. Kids have no comprehension of temperature.
Or self-preservation. So even though it was cold, it was very cold.
It was a little bit.
But Lily had a great time. Well, you would know. He went down it a bunch of times with her. Bless his heart.
Oh,
because that was a child-sized water slide.
Oh my God. Getting up the ladder was that tunneling scene in The Great Escape?
Yeah.
It was that. It was just knees on your knees and elbows, just low crawl.
Yeah.
My toes are still recovering because it's all sewn together and it had cut my toes trying to low crawl up that ladder.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I didn't walk right for a while because that... They're still recovering. They're still cut. Worth it, though.
Yeah, worth it, though. She loved it. We invited 2 kids from her class.
Which they showed up.
They showed up. They both did, and they had a great time. And
this is probably the first time Lily's had classmates and friends her age to bring to her birthday party.
Yeah.
So that was really special.
The only time we invited kids before was on her first birthday, and it was her cousins, and we said they are never coming to her party again.
No, because they were unruly brats.
They're unruly brats. We're like, no, they're not welcome. So we actually invited kids from her class this year because I'd become friends with these kids' mothers, just from dropping them off and picking them up, just stand around talk.
Yeah.
So, so they came, and at first she was a little freaked
a little
out.
Social circle with these girls.
Yeah. Well, we're sitting there waiting for the kids to come out, and just start talking to each other. We're waiting for them to tell us it's okay to take them inside. And at first she was Lily was freaked out. It's why are these kids from school at my house? And she ran inside and she wouldn't come out for 20 minutes. So we're like, it's okay. It's okay. Just give her a rest and, she'll come back out eventually. And she did. And she ended up playing with them and it all worked out. But the studio is actually this little mother-in-law house
in our backyard.
Yeah. So we had to get this ready to, house all the food and drinks and everything like that. And Mark barbecued and it was really great. It worked out great. But it was a month of planning and work that we had to
two
put
months.
into it. Yeah.
It's close to 2 months getting all this stuff ready, yeah.
Yeah, because it was the end of June was her birthday party. So we're like, okay, we got a few weeks to get everything ready to go. Mark had to customly build a door for the bathroom that's right over here.
Just outside of camera shot, yeah.
Because there's a bathroom in here, but it didn't have a door. We're like, if people are going to be using this, we need to put a door there.
A little privacy when one visits the privy. Which I had never done before.
Yeah, but he did a great job. It fits and it works. And it, did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Allows you to not get peeped on when you're changing your trousers. It's very helpful.
Or using using the latrine there. Yeah.
Changed the name to latrine.
Yeah. Used to be shit ass.
It's good change. It's good change.
But yeah, so that, that's all that was going on. It's like we just too tired. We cannot just sit down and record an episode and edit the episode and upload the
Didn't
episode.
have the mental capacity to watch Avatar and actually take notes. And
Yeah, because that's where we left off, was watching Avatar, and we talked
we just started book 2.
Yeah, book 2, the first disc of book 2.
Right after Azula zapped Iroh. That's where we left off.
Yes, and we were going to pick that up, and we are going to pick that up again.
Yeah, that'll be our next. I think that'll be our next new episode. As we'll resume on that, pick that up. So look forward to that.
Yeah, that's what we got coming up. We're gonna try and finish the Avatar series. But
Got a number of things we want to do. We also wanted to get more into supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be wrapping up Avatar just in time for Halloween.
Yeah, we want to talk a little bit about supernatural stuff and local haunted places, stuff that's around here, Fresno County, or neighboring counties, that are reputed or have had confirmation that are haunted, and the stories behind them.
Tower Theater in Tulare. Or no, I'm sorry,
Fox
Theater
in
Visalia.
Yeah. Close. I know we talked a little bit about, the ones in Visalia when the episode with my mom, because that's what she did. She was around that
alleyway.
Area. Yeah, the alleyway. But there are places here around Fresno that are, that are haunted, and we want to
more than just Wolf Manor.
Yeah.
I mean, really, downtown, just pick a spot.
Right. And it's like we were recording earlier today with our other podcast, and it's like telling him that, if downtown wasn't so dangerous to go to at night, it's like, you have so much investigating that could be done there.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Jive Ass Alien, find him on Spotify.
Yeah. So this is our second podcast today. My goodness.
Kind of putting our lives on the internet, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the CIA is already watching us, so we may as well do this for fun.
Yeah, thanks to you.
What? What? I haven't made any bomb threats lately. What?
Anyway,
I have no idea how I have no idea how that cocaine got to the White House. I have no idea how that happened.
I may be married to him, but I'm not affiliated with him.
I have alibis. I was here.
Is it Tiny?
Maybe. Don't implicate
Because
Tiny in this.
he's not talking.
He's a very good listener. He's a great confidant. I mean, he's right up with Johnny Tightlips.
Yep.
Johnny Tightlips, you see the shooter?
I can see lots of things.
Johnny Tightlips, where you hit? I ain't saying nothing.
So now that we got this, set up, it's still a work in progress.
Yeah. I'll get a few shots of what we've built.
What we've accomplished.
Yeah, because in the Retrofill episodes, the opening sequence of that is me sitting in my work shirt in a rocking chair, which is over there, and a few shots of stuff just kind of scattered around because I was still building the floor that's over there. And so I'll take a few shots of the building at its current state. But yeah, this is Davis Studios 2.0. I have dubbed the kitchen table that we were using as 1.0.
Which was in our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is in our mother-in-law house.
Yeah.
So, multi-purpose room.
Yeah. Well, it was once a mother-in-law house, but it was built before permits were allowed. So it was dismantled when we got it. So.
Yeah, well, it was built before permits were required.
Yeah.
Yeah. The original construction of this was 1953, and I think it was like just someone's root cellar or maybe fallout shelter. Cold War era.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah, because when we bought the house, we didn't realize that, it had like this big door over there.
I just thought it was a piece of plywood.
We just thought it was a piece of plywood to get to a crawl space.
Yeah.
And called it our corpse disposal door. And then like they were doing a inspection on the house before we bought it, and you're like, they open the door. It's like, oh, it's a cellar. It's like, oh wow, we have a cellar.
Yeah, you can store food there. You can store lots of things there.
Corpses?
No, you don't store corpses. You get rid of those.
That is our corpse disposal door.
I know we call it that, but we don't have a disposal system.
Oh.
You don't want those kinds of things stacking up.
Yeah, it starts to smell.
It smells. It brings attention. People start asking questions. Next thing, the police is at the door. It's a whole ordeal.
That's what happened to the lady who killed her husband and stored him at her storage facility.
Exactly. Learn from other people's failures.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call learning the easy way.
Mm-hmm.
2 ways to learn things. Learn the easy way or learn the hard way. Hard way is when you go out there and do something and you do it wrong and you have to pay for the consequences. Sometimes money, sometimes a life experience. That's learning the hard way.
And the easy way is watching somebody else do that, learning from it.
Yes.
So, but coming up, we plan to. We've been taking the Avatar series a disc at a time. We've started with the water book.
Book 1, water.
It was just like too much to put in one episode. We were just
really is.
We left a lot of stuff out, and we still didn't get to cover it all, and it was like a 2-hour episode. There's way too much to talk about. So we decided to slow it down and do it by disc. There's 3 discs to each book. So we already did disc 1 of Earth. We're going to carry that on 2, 3, and then do Fire 2, 3.
And we may actually have to do a little bit more, because as the series rolls on, it gets more and more in depth, and like each scene carries a little more. Increasing gravity is placed on various scenes. So we'll wing that.
Yeah. But we're gonna finish the Avatar series, and
because it's awesome.
Yeah. And excuse me. And like you said, do some paranormal stuff. But after that, we need to, we've got a list. Things we need to do for shows. What are some other things you could think of that we were going to work on?
Oh man. Well, there was sometimes we talked about doing history stuff, current events, things going on around town, like festivals and parades.
Mm-hmm.
We had some ideas. We'd even started to give the ideas names as maybe a sub-channel. But it always comes down to time management and logistics. Do we have the time to work on that project, or do we just need to focus on getting the backyard cleaned up because we have people coming over?
Right. And that's what happened. And
we promised we weren't neglecting y'all on purpose. We were just stupid busy.
Yeah. But after Lily's birthday, we entered this glorious 3-month period where no birthdays, no events, there's nothing going on, and about
Zen.
A little more than a month from now, Lily goes back to school. So I'm looking forward for that. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm not looking forward to that.
In the meanwhile, we're just like in our inner Russell Brand and zen.
It's like exhale.
That was good.
Because leading up to that, it's like we had all these. We had at the end of May, we had 3 birthdays.
And we were supposed to go on a trip.
Which thankfully got canceled, because I really don't think we would have had a good time on that trip.
No, like literally a week after Lily's birthday.
Not even a week, 2 days.
2 days.
We had 1 day to recover, and the next day we were supposed to leave. So,
yeah, and like a 3-day trip.
Yeah, and it's like, I was just dreading it, to be honest. I was really dreading it. I was really happy that it got canceled, because we were supposed to go.
We would have had fun, but it would have been really tiring, because it would have been a whole, basically a week of on the go.
Yeah. And, vacations are fun, but when you're vacationing with this child, especially an autistic child, it's a lot of work. Yes.
Yes.
It's a lot of work, and you don't really get to relax. So it would have been hard.
Yeah.
And we were going to celebrate one of our friends' birthday. She just turned 40. So she wanted to do this big trip, as you know, since it was a milestone. Bunch of stuff happened with her, and she's like, you know what, we're not going. We're like,
Oh, man. Yeah, if you think things were bad for us, her life really took a turn. The wheels really fell off for a little while.
Yeah. Or broke down.
Broke down. I was happy to be able to help Jack get his truck back together. And then her sister crashed her car.
And then her daughter's car broke down. And she, you know, where she worked, she had to do inventory, which is a big to do. And it was just, you know, everything.
Anything that could. Murphy in full effect. Murphy in just full freaking effect.
So she just took it as, you know, we're not supposed to take this trip.
All this stuff is
the universe is giving us the sign. All these things are happening, being thrown at us all at once. We're not supposed to take this trip. And so we're like, you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
She's like, you guys can still go, but we're not going. I was like, you know, I really don't want to go. So
We're good.
Yeah. So, plus we also kind of overspent with Lily's birthday party, so
yeah, just a scotch.
So it really helped out. But anyway, so yeah, it was.
We didn't break the bank. We're fine.
Yeah, it was super busy, and by the time we were finished, we were just
drained,
completely drained, and we had to take, you know, a couple weeks to recover and find time again and get everything ready. And
at least we had plenty of meat to eat.
Yes.
We really overplanned the banquet and had a surplus of burgers and hot dogs left over, so we were eating burgers and hot dogs all day for like a week.
So when I did have to actually go get groceries afterwards, it was like nothing that involves hamburgers and nothing that involves hot dogs.
Which, you know, taste-wise, I was still good for it. I could still eat a burger.
He's kind of like me. You're kind of like me. You can have burgers the way I have Taco Bell.
Anytime.
I'm always good for Taco Bell.
Yeah. It's just that I'm sure that much red meat's in a row is probably not good for you. And I have not been jogging lately. I need to start doing that again.
Well, I don't see you doing that again because you just started classes in the morning.
That, and I tweaked my back this weekend.
Yeah, he was jumping on. My mom always has to get Lily the biggest, most grandest, most amazing birthday gift.
Yeah, but she really nailed it on this one. I had reservations. And
I had
was
reservations
wrong.
too.
I was wrong.
You know, she wanted to get Lily this huge trampoline, and she told me about it, and she gave me 3 options. You know, the 12, 10, and 8 foot. And I said, get the 8 foot because we're running out of room in the backyard. And of course, she ignored me and got the 12 foot. So. And we were just like, oh God, I can't believe she did that, you know.
It's gonna be so big.
It's gonna be so big. We're not gonna have room for it, you know.
Once I got it set up, it was right though, because it's actually that way. It's big enough to have 2 people in there.
Yeah, and
so big, you nailed it.
It didn't take up the whole backyard like we thought. We were able to find room for it, and Lily just loves it.
Yeah, it does take up a good sized portion.
Yeah,
I had to move the slide. The big slide there.
But you know what? She didn't notice.
No, Lily didn't notice. No. I think she was actually getting a little bored with the slide.
Yeah.
It means I gotta make it bigger.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's starting to get warm again. Summer finally decided to arrive, even though today is very nice. After today, we're going to get back in the triple digits, which is normal for this time of year.
We've had an interesting summer this year.
Very interesting and...
very pleasant.
Yeah.
I would even dare to call it pleasant, yeah.
Well, I think that's all going to end after today.
Yeah.
But, you know, next week is summer as usual here in the valley.
Which is, it's hot.
Like 108,
like Africa hot.
You know, not as bad as, you know, the crazy people who choose to live in the deserts, you know, Arizona and New Mexico.
But it's a dry heat.
It is a dry heat.
Yeah, well, so is a fire.
But it's not that bad, but it's still pretty bad. A lot of, you know...
Yeah, it's not Scottsdale. Phoenix, Albuquerque. Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
what's wrong with you people?
Anywhere from 108 to 115 is usually the normal for this time of year.
Yeah, those of you that live in Death Valley, What is wrong with you?
Death is in the name.
It literally is in the name. There's a reason it's called Death Valley. That's where things go to die.
Or things have died, yeah.
Yeah, that's how things get names involving death. You know, Road of Death, Pass of Death, Valley of Death. A lot of death has happened in those places.
Yeah.
Like that road in Brazil. In
the death road.
The Bolivia challenge on Top Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people died.
Lots of crosses. Lots of crosses.
A lot of people die every year on that road. It's actually worse.
People still drive it.
That road is worse than the 99.
No choice, you know.
It's a major thoroughfare.
But anyway.
Anyways. Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Roads of Death, Places of Death, Death Mountain, Zelda.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's called Death Mountain, but it's quite comfortable to the Gorons.
Well, they got rocks for brains. All right, so that pretty much wrapped up, and this is just kind of a short episode.
Yeah, so hopefully next couple weeks we should come back out with our Avatar content.
Yeah. And so look forward to that. We look forward to making new episodes and more things for your entertainment and education and entertainment. No? Thank you.
One of those is it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Why is the applause button on C? I don't know. It should be on A. You would think, A would be applause and C would be cash register, but nope.
Well, since when does anything you do make sense?
Makes perfect sense to me, usually.
Anyway, all right.
Okay,
well, thank you for checking in with us, and we'll be back later with more content and less ramblings for you. Hopefully, back to quarter hours.
we now resume your normal
scheduled programming.
Normally, yeah. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming, already in progress.
All right.
Bye. All right. So this is our studio. There's Tiny. Hi, Tiny. The studio we built, complete with Batman clock, and our art, and still a work in progress, but we're getting there. We've got a fridge, table. Now this is where we are so far with getting this done, and don't look behind there, it's just a mess. Still a lot of work to do, just a really big mess back there. Can't really see it too well. And here's the door I built. Bathroom, complete with working lights, running water, yeah, gotta have that. Yeah, window for ventilation. There's slide. There's the big trampoline. Our snazzy window curtains. Radio, mirror. Hello. Yeah, good place for shaving. Check this out, man. I'm really proud of this door, and it works. Closes. Hey. Opens and closes. It's a door. But that's our studio so far. Getting better, getting more legit. You know, we're not Joe Rogan, but we're getting there. So yeah. Davis Studios 2.0. Woo!